You're listening to the Media Man Dan podcast. Let's rock!
Usually I'm upset, but today I can fight or I might get mad. 'Cause I can't see the light and you know that I might not get through tonight. I cannot stop to think that I am a misfit in all of my music.
I like that. That was like a pre-chorus, and it reminded me a little bit of. Oh yeah.
I won't cry like a
It's very somber and serious, much like her other songs. It reminds me of this part here. This reminds me of Wrecking Ball, Miley Cyrus. And it's haunting. It's really, really solid.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to Media Man Dan podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into another awesome episode with the incredible artist that I once interviewed before, and that is the fabulous, fantastic, flawless Becca Swan up in the incredible country of Canada. In this case, last time she was in France. But we're going to be talking to Becca about her brand new single, 2 Tears and No More, and we're just going to be, keeping it real, having some fun, and you will get to see the best personality I've seen on this podcast so far. Probably the only person I've talked to one-on-one that's not in the genre of rock or metal, and they absolutely love music of any sort, and she has amazing passion. And you can see her right now. Look at the smile on her face, folks. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Welcome back, Becca. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing well as well. It is pretty snowy, but other than that, it's nice that we actually have some people with snow blowers that are bringing their stuff around and taking care of the snow so that we don't have to push it as much.
Oh wow, I get you.
Definitely.
Thank you for saying that. By the way, so sorry to cut you.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. It's so sweet to say that. And honestly, I love to have to be in your show. Oh my God, I cannot speak anymore. I love to be with being interviewed by you. It's really cool. So thank you so much for having me.
Oh, of course. I couldn't have it any other way. If I don't have one of the greatest pop stars of the next generation with me, then I'm missing out on true music. Because as a music critic, you always have to keep an open ear to any genre, and she is absolutely killing it in pop right now. What would you consider yourself? I was calling you alternative pop for the reaction, which you will be able to see after this. But what do you consider your own music?
Wow, good question. So mainly pop music. I'm into pop music, but I also like every kind of variation of pop. So I'd say pop alternative is a good way to say it. I like indie pop. I like pop rock. I like all kind of different pop. So I think pop alternative singer is good.
Nice. All right, I got it right then. I'm solid. What about the EDM portion? Because you did have that remix, which was on Somnia, and I think we talked about that last time, was the evolution of your work. But this new song has a completely different vibe and very somber. I was like, ooh, haunting. Okay. Back to that, what was the Bite song?
Monster Bite.
Monster Bite.
Yeah.
Yes. And that was like a serious song too. So are we looking at most of your songs being serious storytelling, or are you going to have some ones that are just like Dancing with the Stars, just, having a good time?
So that's a good question. Honestly, I'd say that you'll have both. Right now I released 2 Tears and No More, which is really about pain, but also hope. It's really more about going through a hard time and making the most of it and trying to learn from it, and especially see that tomorrow you'll be fine. But I also like to write nice, happy songs like Dancing with the Stars. And so eventually you'll get, well, very soon actually, new songs that are more I'd say more like Dancing with a Star, a little bit more like Insomnia in the instrumental, I'd say.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see the music video because you have been posting these photos with incredible makeup work. I said I saw your friend that was doing it, and it was just the tears that you have on your face that are just like mesmerizing because it's something where it's like you're faking that smile in some portion, and then you're just showing the emotion throughout. But the tears are consistently flowing, showing that there's still that sadness underneath the surface. And I love that artistry. So
Yay, thank
what
you.
was like the inspiration for that specific look?
So mainly it was really, well, the idea, the goal was to really have this sadness before the song will be released because nobody heard anything of it. I didn't want to release a snippet. So I wanted people to think Two Tears and No More was really about like crying and that's it, which literally is the title. But people didn't know what it mean. It could have mean like, oh, Two Tears and No More, and then she's dead or something really dark, or Two Tears and No More, the pain is gone. Okay, but what else, And the idea was to, before the release of the song, have these very sad pictures of me crying. Actually, my makeup artist is such a great artist. I love her so much. She made these golden tears because to me, golden is like the color of hope. And it was like a way to tease what's going to happen in the song, because right after the release, I posted another look that she made as well, which is this beautiful smile and this beautiful goddess. It's actually one of the happy goddess. She just went through hell, but now she's happy. She knows that she's done with it, and she's ready to embrace life again.
Oh
So
my God, I love that.
that was
Wait,
the
hold it. I don't know if I saw the new picture then. I saw the post about the song and I saw the little description, which we definitely read. But let me just make sure, because like I said, your stuff comes up first. Oh, there we go. Yes, of
yeah
course I saw that. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. So it is
yeah
that beautiful smile that just, you're feeling like you're relieved. Like all of the tears have gone
voila.
away. The two tears are gone, and that was all that you had left, that you had to cry. And now you're back to just having joy and hope for the future. That is
Yeah,
beautiful. That is
yeah, I
beautiful.
love it. Honestly, it was such a blast doing it. We were in my grandma's apartment because she's in France, and there was no heater,
Oh
and it
my
was
gosh.
December. And one of the look is like me. Well, I'm supposed to be wearing, this bodysuit.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in the bathroom floor. That was cold as hell, and I was freezing my ass off, pretending I was so sad. And the pictures in the bathtub. If you knew how cold the bathtub
Oh, the
was.
bathtub would be freezing in December without heat. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Oh my God, I was dying of
Did
coldness.
you at
But
least put like hot water in before just so you could like even it out? No?
it was not even hot water. I was there just freezing.
Oh my God.
And the second picture, the picture of me smiling, I was supposed to have wet hair. So I put water in my hair. So cold water in my hair in a freezing apartment. So I suffered, okay?
She is truly dedicated to her art. Please, everyone, go to the description after this or during this and give her all the support in the world. Please give her some money so she can get a heater in her grandma's apartment. This is
Please.
insanity that she had to go through this, but that is commitment beyond belief. I would never in my life be like, oh, if I had like a pool shot or something, like when I was a kid, I went swimming all the time. I had swimming lessons. And so if I got in the pool and it was cold, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm never getting in this pool today. But I mean, if you told me, okay, Dan, the shoot's at the pool, but the water's not warm enough, so, just deal. I would be like, canceling the shoot. We're all good. I don't need to be in the pool. I'll just make up a CGI pool or something.
Oh.
Like, I do not like being cold unless it's like I'm already ready for it. Like if it's cold outside, I have to put on a coat or snow pants or something, and it's fine. But
Wow.
That's amazing. So the music video was shot in your grandma's apartment, or the shooting, I should say, because the music video is not out yet. So I'm excited to see that as well. And I was talking about that during the reaction. I'm like, oh my gosh, the visuals that could be with this would be absolutely mesmerizing. So I'm super excited for that.
That must be it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be very cool. And
Very, very cool.
yeah, we've been working on so many different things, so I hope you're gonna like it, to be honest.
Oh, I definitely will. I definitely will. If it's coming from you and you have the true passion for what you do, and like you said, you had the board, your picture board, and everything about that is just so that you can get comfortable with all of the things that you see. Like, I think I told you about the styles with Lizzie Hale last time, and just like looking into that like rock and roll kind of girl. And oh my gosh, right now there's a young lady named Diamante who has been going back to the 80s with her music. Like, literally her first song she released of this new album came out last year. I think it was 2 months ago now. And it was exact like replica 80s, like the shooting and everything like that. So I'm always like looking for the style of a music video, and you have a style about your songs and your art and everything that you're doing. So I'm always going to be supportive of that.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So the next question I have for you, this is going to be a completely wild card because I always like to throw these at my guests. I don't script anything anymore. I don't have like a list of things to go down because it's useless. What's the point in having a conversation if I'm looking at a phone, right? That's what I say.
And it's cool because like we feel, well, as an artist being invited here, I feel like I'm just having a talk with a friend, which is cooler.
That's the vibe. That's the vibe I want to give to everybody. And I'm wearing Baby Yoda. I had to wear Baby Yoda. I decided, I was like, I need to wear something that's adorable and cute so that I can represent pop music because I'm always a metalhead, but it's nice to just relax and have some fun.
You combine the two, I promise, whenever I'm gonna release this rock song I have, which is not a heavy metal song, but it's still rock. I promise I'll be like, this one is for Dan. I promise.
That's so nice of you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna be rocking out so hard. I'll make it look like a metal reaction. I'll be like, yeah.
I'm down for that. And
it'll be like the nice normal sound, but I'll just go crazy about it and start like breaking things behind me. I'll just be like,
I'll put black makeup all over my face and a leather jacket to pretend, I'll be like, smoking a fake cigarette,
Get the candy cigarette. That was the thing. I think it was the 90s or something. And crazy trend. But anyway, my random question for you was going back to the movie part. Did you see any movies last year? And do you recommend any movies from last year?
Okay. So I saw a movie last year that I saw already before that, but I saw it. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's actually my favorite movie. Did we talk about it last time? I don't know. La La Land.
Yes.
With Emma Stone.
Yes,
Emma
we talked
Stone.
about La La Land. The incredible musical made by Damien Chazelle. And oh my God.
I love it. I saw that, and I saw Last Night in Soho.
Last Night in Soho. I heard a little bit about that. What is that movie like? What is the plot of that movie? Without spoiling it, of course.
Without spoiling it. Okay. It's the story of that girl that has kind of visions, and she's going to London to study fashion, but then she sleeps in grandma's apartment. Like, she just rent a place. It's like a weird, very cheap place, and she starts having these dreams where she's back in the 50s, and she's a singer.
Oh.
And so
that's incredible.
The plot is very cool. It's with Anya Taylor-Joy. So
from X franchise. Yeah.
And the movie is really good, but I won't spoil anything. The end is really weird. I just didn't understand it.
Is it thriller? Is it horror? Is it fantasy? Is it all of the above?
It's categorized as horror because it became bizarre, I'd say. But at first, it's more like a fiction. It's just she's having dreams, so it's not really. Anyway, it's really cool. It's I love the looks, the dresses, the design, the way it's shoot. It's crazy. The lights, everything is crazy on the movie. In the movie.
That's awesome. So it's crazy too because we were just talking about your grandmother's apartment. Um, so this is a crazy coincidence, right? You're an artist. This person, Anya Taylor-Joy, is also an artist, well known for one specific thing. You're known for music. She's known for movies, and you guys both have to be in a grandmother's apartment for a specific scene of your artistry. That is the truth, and I find that interesting. That out of all things on the planet Earth, that is the one movie that you were thinking of. And it just so happened to correlate with what we were just discussing.
Oh, wow. What a coincidence. I love that.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Wow. I was going to say, like, my favorite movie of last year was John Wick 4. It has no correlation to anything that we've spoken about so far. Maybe there was a scene in France. I guess that could be it. But, I mean, it was amazing. It's very good action. I love Keanu Reeves so much more for this role, and he's just amazing. And the way that they're bringing the franchise together with extra characters now that John Wick's story is complete. It's a spoiler there, but it is a complete story, and it worked out so well in the end to just give the absolute best of the best action scenes to Keanu. I was amazed, truly amazed.
I might see it then. I never saw this movie. I'm sorry, John Wick, but I heard of it. I know that, is it this year that was released that movie with the airplanes? Wait, Top Gun. Is it
Top Gun? That was 2022.
Oh, I'm so late.
They have a new one that should be coming out, though. They were just speaking about that. My fiance said that Top Gun 3 is in the works, and I was like, Top Gun? No, don't let it. I mean, I love that it came back, but just let it stop for a bit, because if you capitalize on it right now, well, the hype is around it, and you mess up, and that's a big failure. People are going to be so disappointed with your franchise because you just revived it and gave it new life, and then you're just like, kill it. Kill the past.
I know. It's just, well,
forget the past.
I mean, sometimes, well, it's the era, you know. They're trying to reboot every single thing, especially Disney, and it's kind of sad, you know, especially like when it came out, The Lion King. It was like a few years ago, but wow, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have.
No, that was a choice that I am not on board with. Jon Favreau is a fantastic director. I think that he's a great person, probably. And I know that he's been involved in most of my favorite movies. I do love Iron Man. I do love Elf. I do love a ton of other things that he's had part of. And he, of course, created The Mandalorian, runs The Mandalorian, which I still haven't seen, but I'm wearing the merchandise for. But yeah, you know, I gave him a shot. I said, all right, let's see how your remake is, because all the other ones were pretty cut and paste, and that was the most cut and paste version of, besides Beauty and the Beast, where we didn't get anything new from Lion King. Like, that was just a crazy disappointment.
I know, right? They would just like it was like the same, even like shot, like same shot
for shot. Oh,
literally, and like the light was less crazy than in the movies, because, you know, drawings, you can have a lot of colors. We didn't have as much colors. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was
major decrease in vibrancy, and oh my god, the character voices just terrible. The character faces had ultra realism, so they couldn't have fun at all. Like they couldn't make it emotional when they're supposed to be emotional. And there's a hilarious clip, I'll put it up right here, where the comedian Ryan George breaks down how the cat is supposed to look sad, and in the original they had a way of drawing it so that it would work.
One thing I'm a little concerned with is the hyper-realistic approach you want to take. What do you mean? Well, I mean, in the original, the animals had super expressive eyes and they cried and stuff, but in real life, lions have just horrifying, haunting predator eyes. Well, even if that were true, the voice actor's gonna be crying, so people are gonna know that it's supposed to be sad. Right, but it's not gonna match the visuals, and plus lions' mouths aren't made to say English words. I don't know, I feel like lions have pretty expressive faces. Do they, though? I mean, look at how emotional this cat is. It's pretty clear what emotion he's feeling. I mean, I guess he looks pretty happy. No, he's sad. Oh, he is? How do you know? I threw his favorite toy out right before coming in here. Okay, I don't think I'm seeing that on his face, though. Well, if he could talk, he'd be crying, trust me.
Oh my God. Oh wow. No,
Yeah.
that I want to see that picture. I have a
Oh,
question for you though.
yes, hit me with it.
What about Barbie?
I have to see Barbie.
No
And
way. You
and
didn't
here
see it.
I have great news for you. It is probably next on our list. So my fiance and I are now watching movies together, doing our commentary, Patreon
Oh,
exclusive for all you awesome patrons that want to join in and watch some hilarious commentary with us. You will be able to listen to, I mean. But yeah, we're just talking over the movie most of the time. And you can play the movie at the same time. So we
oh
can't show
wow.
you the movie because that's illegal, but we can at least play it in the background so that we can, keep it up with everything that's going scene by scene.
Ooh.
And we're going to be watching The Little Mermaid from last year. And
Right? I was
then,
going to hit you with that question afterwards. So you didn't
yep,
see The Little Mermaid either.
I have not seen the new Little Mermaid, seeing it literally today, probably right after this.
No way.
And yeah, that'll be our commentary track. And then on, yeah, probably 2 weeks from now, we'll probably watch Barbie or some other, I was just going to say shit, some other movie that
Said
comes
what you
out.
thought about it before even watching it. You, oh my God.
Well, I know the premise. I heard like 15 reviews from all my favorite movie reviewers, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like it because it has the pushing of feminism and it's just a random scenes where it's like that. But then everybody always comes back and they're like, well, Ryan Gosling's amazing. So I always ask this when it comes to feminists like yourself, what is the point of having a Barbie movie if the only character that matters when you get out of the movie is Ken? Like
I agree. That's exactly why I was going to ask you because I was going there with it. I was like, what did you think of the movie and how did you feel? Because honestly, I didn't know where to stand at the end of it. But you know what? When you'll see Barbie, I want to talk with you
yes, and that
because
will definitely happen.
I have questions for you because you are watching movies as like one of your jobs. So
Yeah.
that's something I literally want to hear more about what you're thinking about. I
Wonderful.
know.
And I won't make you subscribe to the Patreon because you're an awesome guest. So I'll send you that clip whenever I can. I'll get it to you like Google Drive or something. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll definitely let you hear it. Or if you can join us by God's own magic, we'll be able to be in the same area at the same time at night. That would be crazy.
I promise that whenever I'm going to Chicago, I'll come and do a review with you. I literally will come. I will do a critic with you.
That would be fun. That would be real fun. I still have to find a shooting location because this is the only chair that fits in this spot right now.
Ah, I will stand up. It's
You'll
okay.
stand up.
I've been doing it with my running shoes. I can do it again.
There you go. But yeah, no, Barbie for me, I am a musical fan. I understand the idea of the musical is very important, so I'm excited to hear the music of it and like get comfortable with like whoever created the choreography and I'm just be in that awe state. But it's going to be the where it goes so incredibly pushy against the patriarchy. That's where it's going to be like edgy for me because I'm coming from a pretty conservative lifestyle for the
Hmm.
last 4 years. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I really want that to be proposed to little girls. And the movie is PG-13. So it's like a lot of people that brought their kids, I'm like, why though? I would have
Yeah.
brought them to a movie that's PG and then waited until they're, I don't know, like 12 or so, and then be like, this movie's PG-13, but I'll let you see it early. And
Mm.
then they'll be able to catch on to things a little bit easier. But there are people like bringing 8-year-olds to a pretty adult-centered movie. Especially, I was spoiled from one of the critical reviews, the last scene of the movie, and I was like, "What? They did what in a movie about a doll? They did what? Why would they do that?"
I
So I'm
know, right?
excited. I'm excited to analyze it. I'm
Yeah.
excited to give my critique on it, and maybe I'll love it. Maybe I'll love it. Maybe everything that I'll say bad is going to be like not outweighing the good. Because I mean, I love Ryan Gosling. He's amazing in La La
Yeah.
Land. And I could snap back to that anytime. He's awesome. He's a great actor. I think
Mm.
that Margot Robbie's incredible. I think she did incredible
Margot
with
Robbie.
Harley Quinn. Yeah, she's truly a very talented actress.
Mm.
So I have no doubt that both of their chemistry is going to be awesome. I just
Mm.
want to see what other people like warn you about. They're like, oh, they separate these ideologies in this way, and
Mm.
it's not the way that you would have actual
Mm.
society. And I'm like,
Yeah. It's just like every time I'm watching a movie,
yeah,
especially about feminism, where a political topic. I'm more like, I'm asking myself, if it was the other way around, like if it was the story of men in a men's world, and then women emancipating, and then because it's the story of Barbie, it's Barbie world, and then there's boys, and then it's boys emancipating, but then it's really the way they portray men, the way they portray women as well. It's kind of like something that I wouldn't like the other way around. I wouldn't like if we were portrayed that way as women. So like,
well, did you see Don't Worry, Darling?
no, I heard of it.
Yeah, that's gonna be something that puts you on edge the whole time. Not only is it a suspense thriller, but it is all about the men that run everything. So it's a woman's perspective, but still it's these men that are like ultra controlling and just abusive in every way. And I'm not in for that. I didn't want to see the movie because I heard all about that. Also, the things going on behind the scenes were not great. Olivia Wilde apparently had a lot to deal with drama and the cast and stuff. But I think that Florence Pugh, incredible. She's a fantastic actress. Love her. Fighting with My Family, Black Widow. She's a really good actress. So I was hoping that would be a really good movie. And I love Chris Pine as well. But as far as I know, it's actually a story that just doesn't seem that it would fit. Just like you said, it's the exact opposite of Barbie, where it's all these men running everything and putting the women down. And so Barbie is probably the exact opposite. So they could actually fight with each other. Barbie
they
versus,
could. They could try to balance things, you know.
That actually balance things out. If you were to analyze both movies back to back, you could be like, oh, okay, well, men need to fix this, women need to fix this. Problem solved.
Exactly. This is what we want. It's just it's interesting. It was interesting. It made me question a lot of things about like how the movie was done, but also like they try to portray Barbie as a feminist toy.
Yeah.
And like how in the 50s it was the only toy that the girl could play with, and I was like questioning, is it true, or is it more like the way you're marketing it and using feminism to make it, something that works, like that can goes in the era. And I was confused, so I don't know. I'm still thinking about it.
well, good news for you. As far as I heard from one of my favorite critics, Dan Merle, they are making a sequel, not a sequel in like complete, but Mattel has now created another story about a toy that's going to have a movie, and they completely missed the message of Barbie in order to make this, because it's not about the toy, right? That's not what the movie is truly focused on. It's about the message. And so as somebody asked that critic, he said, what do you think it is that studios see that would make them misunderstand the message? He's like, the studios see dollar signs. And so they're not going to care about what's been portrayed by the director, writer, and producer. They're going to care about what makes them more money. And that's the saddest part. If you go with the true patriarchy and the men that rule everything and have all the money, I would be against that too. I'm like, no, don't take away a message of something. If someone has a vision, let that vision be seen. It doesn't matter if you agree with it. If it's successful and it's a vision, and you completely go against that vision and create it into a capitalistic market, it's completely destroying what your vision was. It makes no sense.
It's so sad, like all of these things that they're doing. It makes me sad, because it's like always, you're missing something. It's like selling your soul to the devil. Your soul to the devil. You're like,
it's the truth. No, you're not wrong, and it's okay. It's okay to be sad at that. But I'm going to tell you this: we're not sad. We're not sad here because we have this new single to talk about.
Yay!
And we're going to get over those tears. We're going to get those tears right out of our system. Let's talk about this song. I'm amazed by it. Truly amazed. Some of the greatest reverberation I've heard from your music so far. Great production. And you have this like really light tone to your voice that really works, especially in the chorus. Super catchy hook. How did you come up with writing this specific song?
It's a long story. Let's start the short version. Okay. I was 15 and I was studying music, and I was going to perform my first solo song ever with the orchestra. And
what? With an orchestra?
Yeah, with an orchestra. There was violin, there was drums, there was trumpet, there was tuba, there
They
was
did they
everything.
have the sheet music for this song?
No. There was wait. It was going to be a song, a cover song from
Oh,
us.
cover.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
okay.
was a
I was
cover.
like, man, you were ready. They had a whole band for you and like orchestration. Like, where on earth do you get this fame? Okay, okay, got
No. I was going to do it was for the school, you know. So I was going to perform in front of the whole school. There was like 1,000 people waiting, you know. And the song that I chose was in French, and most of the people were speaking Russian. So it was kind of like a challenge because make people dance on a French song when they don't speak at all French, they don't even know what I'm saying. And so I was rehearsing, and the guy that was supervising everything was a Russian, like the real Russian guy, you know. He was like really, really straight, and like,
Oh yeah.
you need to be perfectly sharp on your tempo, and you need to be perfect on everything you're doing. And I fucked it up. I was stressed. He stressed me out. Really. I was 15, okay? I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then he said, you know what? If you're not good enough, just get out of here and bye. And so he said, bye, just like go out. So I left, and I was so sad, you know. He like literally put me down. He was like, "You're not good enough. Get out of here," you know. so, so I started crying. I was like, "That's so mean. That's not nice. I did my best. I just was not ready tonight. That's it." And I went back home, and I had one tear, and the second one I was like, okay, no, that's two tears, and that's no more. And that's it.
Oh.
That's literally what happened. I was like, two tears and no more. And literally, that's what happened. Today was a hard day, but it happened. They say I need to get through it by laying down. And the first lyric was by laying down or sit. I actually changed it for by laying down a bit because I just laid down. I went to sleep. I went to sleep. And the morning after, I was good. I forgot the story.
Oh my goodness. So it's based on an actual challenging event that happened in your life.
Yeah.
Now you were young, 15 you said. That is rough to be under any control. Like very, very challenging because they're very strict, especially in dance and anything like that.
Mm.
It's very challenging to portray what exact vision that person has. And there's a
Yeah.
movie called Ballerina, and that's once again based in the John Wick universe. See, I'm connecting the dots here. But yeah, the Ballerina is coming out this year. It's going to be based on a very strict ballerina who's also an assassin. I'm super excited to see it. It's going to be amazing. It's
I want
probably
to
going to
see
be
that.
the most badass girl power movie of all time. And
Oh
it's with
wow.
the John Wick creator and writer. So I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be awesome.
Oh
So
my god.
anyway, I would say that that person sucks that put you under that kind of pressure at such a young age, and that they didn't understand what it means to actually, feel music, because feeling is more important than doing. Doing
Agree.
music, anyone can do music. Anyone
Mm.
can play the same keys if they're taught repeatedly. And then what happens is that you grow to actually hate whatever you've been forced to do. And so like Mozart, other people like that, they had this gift and they were pushed into a specific way, whether it be the church, whether it be your
Mm.
specific situation. They're now pushed into this zone where they can't enjoy what they're supposed to be
Yeah.
enjoying. And if it's a cover, really that's the time
It's
to
just
let
a
it
cover.
loose.
It's
Yeah,
just a
but
cover.
so you're just so everyone knows, I had major technical difficulties, and that is why I am different sounding, different looking, different angle. Everything about it is now going to be different, and that's okay. That I always have backups. Everyone, prepare yourselves. Things
He's
that go wrong.
he's
Get
ready.
AirPods. Get AirPods. Yes, not sponsored.
No, it's not sponsored for once. Oh my god. Yeah, at least you managed your way out. That's perfect. The show must go on. You did it perfectly. Flawless.
Yes. I'm very lucky to have the skills to be able to jump right in and change things at a moment's notice. All right. So we were talking about a tragic situation, a man that just disrespected you and did not give you any of the credit because it was his specific vision that he saw in his head, where it was just this precision of your vocal work and everything like that. So you were very, very depressed by this situation, and you had two tears, and then you told yourself at this moment that is no more, that is never going to happen again. Two
Yeah.
tears, and then no more from this person that put you in
Yeah.
that position. And now you have an entire song that
Yeah.
represents that sad feeling and then that feeling of hope.
Mhm.
How on earth did you make it so beautiful to
Thank
actually
you.
write a song about something so tragic? It's amazing.
So first of all, I'd like to thank that man for being that such a jerk that day, because thanks to him now there's a beautiful song out of it.
That's
And
it.
the fun part of this thing is then we perform the cover live,
Yeah,
and the only moment that people stood up to dance was when I sang.
you're a glimmer of joy in the
Oh,
world that has been so, under stress and under pressure and under the metal music category that I'm always focused on. So it's so nice to
yeah.
break away from that and just give people a joyful experience as well, along with Carly Shay. She's awesome too.
I'm sure. Oh well, yeah. So this is the story of this song, I guess. And I love it. Honestly, I love it. I just like took me like a day or two to write it, maybe less, and then it was just it. It was out. Well, it was not out. It took 5 years to work on it, to release it, to find a good team to make it that cool. But
Yeah.
then we released it, and I'm so happy it's out because it's such a beautiful song, honestly.
It really is. It's some of your best work, if not your
Thank
best work so far.
you.
Dancing with the Stars is a really good song, and it's a really fun song. And the chorus has that imaginary feel that you get from Insomnia. So this one goes a little bit more with the monster bite, a little bit more edgy, a little bit more somber, and I like that. I like that
Mm.
there's a mix of all of that. Are you planning on releasing an EP or an album this year?
I wish. I wish it was not expensive to do that.
Ain't that the
Honestly,
truth? Yeah.
that's literally the only thing holding me back because I'm still, not signed, a non-signed artist, which is cool on a hand, but not on the other hand because I need to pay for everything. I'm my own producer, so makes it expensive. But at the same, the cool thing is I can do whatever the hell I want to do with my music. So I don't have
Yes.
nobody telling me, you know what, I don't like the song, let's scrap it or something. No, I'm keeping every single song that I
Good,
want
good,
to.
good.
But
Okay, so for everybody watching right now, she just said that the main reason she's not able to put out an album is because of financial issues. And we
yeah,
all deal with that, and we can
yeah,
all relate. And 100 of you guys watched the last interview, and you love this girl so much that you're back for this. And probably 200 of your friends are also wanting to watch this. So if all of you guys would go to the description and find the PayPal link, you can help a young lady fulfill her dreams. You can send it to me, I'll send it to her, or if you want to send it directly to her, we'll put her link down there as well. We want to make sure that she can make a beautiful album that she is super proud of. So help her
yeah.
out financially, $1 if you can. That's all you
That's
got
so
to do.
cool.
100 people, $100. She can get some nice recordings out there, even one more single, even one more music video.
Yeah,
Anything helps at this point. And anyone in
yeah.
the future that's watching this, 10,000 apiece. You guys are rich people. The economy fixed itself. Make sure that you drop those $10,000 in that PayPal and send it right to her. No problemo.
Thank you.
There we
Thank
go.
you
That's
so
how it
much.
needs to be done. And for Patreon, if anybody is watching it on Patreon, you're amazing. I love you guys, and I love that you support me. Try to support her as well in every way that you can. Go to her merchandise website, whatever it's going to be in the future, and help her out.
I was so close to put my insomnia hoodie on. I was so close.
Get an insomnia hoodie, everyone. Get an
Yeah,
insomnia hoodie.
do please.
That's going to help her so much. What are they, like 30, $40?
I should do that. I should start merchandising them. I have no.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just put like a whatever you want to give money. You know. Like,
Well, I'll tell you this. There are very few artists in the local area that I'm in that can walk around and say that a place in a public area that they've been to before played their music over the intercom, and you had that happen at like an airport or something, or
yeah,
wherever you were, and I was just like, you what? What?
yeah,
So,
in
that's
Paris.
incredible. And yeah, if you'll get an ear, if somebody just looks up and goes, what? Who is that? And then there'll be like a record producer and they'll be like, sign her, we need her
Yeah.
right now.
I was in Paris. I was in Charles de Gaulle, and I just heard the song, and then I started saying to everybody I saw and like next to me, "Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
my song! That's my song! That's so funny! That's my song! You're listening to my song right now."
Oh, that's so awesome though. Like I said, it's so challenging for a lot of newer artists to get that kind of exposure
Yeah,
and to
right.
be played in a public area like that without being a concert. It's incredible. So you do deserve it. You deserve it, Becca.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh my God,
All right.
yes.
So my major thing that I always talk about with every interview is the evolution of an artist. How personally do you feel? That's terribly worded. How do you feel personally about your evolution as an artist from your first song to now?
Ooh. Wow, that's a hard one. um, it's kind of hard because all of the songs I'm releasing right now were supposed to be in one album. So the project was to release an album in 2020, was called Little Puree, because it was a little puree of a lot of different songs. As you can hear, Insomnia and Two Tears and No More in the same album is so weird, but that was the goal. It was a little
Yeah.
puree. But because of contract issues, money issues, a lot of issues, music,
Yes.
I was unable to release it. So I'm trying to release one by one the singles, to get them out. So I don't feel like I'm evolving because I'm still working on the same song as I was working like on 5 years ago. But
Okay.
at the same, the visualizer, the way I'm going to make my look
Uh-huh.
is different because at first I was really into like trying to replicate Lady Gaga, and that was not something I should have done, because I'm not Lady Gaga, and I shouldn't be that serious because I'm not such a serious person. I'm so silly as a person. So I'm trying to actually make fun of myself because I like to make fun of myself. So I worked on a song that's going to come up eventually, and on visualizing and everything. And I scrapped the first cover picture I had for that song because it feels way too serious for me. Actually, the song is I'll talk to you about it later, but it's much more of like a happy song
Oh.
and a dense song that I didn't want anything to be serious, about. So
Yeah.
so I think I'm evolving regarding the like visual lasers and like the designs and the colors, and I'm trying to have my own artistic vision. But musically, I'm still working on the same thing I was working on a few years ago. At least I've I've been working on Two Tears and No More with people, a really great team based in LA that really helped me out. So they brought this American touch to Two Tears and No More, and
Yes.
that's what made the song so good, I think, because I also had help from people that are fluent in English, and it's helpful when your first language is not English. You still have like
Mhm.
grammar issues, or so they helped me fix like a few lyrics. They added the guitar. They added they changed the mix and the mastering of the song. So working with them also changed the sound of the songs I've been working on for 5 years. So I guess that's the evolution.
Yeah, that is an evolution. And yeah, the atmosphere of the song is so good. Like I said, the reverberation on the vocals is fantastic. And I do want to talk about one of the only artist accounts that you follow, and one of the only accounts you will follow on Instagram, Sia has now become your new Lady Gaga, I see. How did Sia end up on your following list? Because that's like literally she only follows 3 accounts, and Sia is one of them. It's amazing to me because I like Sia a lot. I think she's a fantastic vocalist, and she's been kicking butt for so many years. Most people
Yeah.
didn't find her until Chandelier, much like myself. And we know that she's been around in the business for like 30 years at that point. So it was incredible to learn about that. How did you personally fall in love with Sia's music? And I'm sorry if we already asked this question on the
It's
last
fine.
interview, but I don't
It's-
remember this.
I told you, I was such a fan of Twilight. You remember?
That's right. Yes.
Becca Swan, Bella
Becca
Swan.
Swan, Bella Swan. Yes.
And she had that song in one of the movies. By then I was like 9 years old. My Love, the song is called My Love.
That's
and
right. That's right.
yeah,
Okay.
and then
This
it
is all
started
coming back. That makes sense. So
streaming
why is
everything.
she the only one though? Because like you love Lady Gaga, you love Ariana Grande, you love all these other artists that are just absolutely well known, but Sia is the only one that gets the right to be followed by the Becca Swan. Like you have to tell her this. Like she's been chosen as the only person.
Right?
Yeah,
Because I want to work with her. That's why I'm following her. No,
that's
honestly.
right. That's perfect.
But I also really, 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 really love what she's doing. She's been my number one for years. Like Spotify rap since I've known her, she's my top one all the time. And she's the one with who I had like the most minute listening, you know? I think I'm like the 0.01% of like
Oh
her
my goodness.
her listeners. So Sia, I love you, just so you know. Yeah, so I started following her, and a few months ago I was still in France. I tried to follow Greg Kirsten, which is her music producer with who she released all of her albums, and his account was in private. So he put it in public, so I was able to follow him. So I'm following Greg Kirsten, Sia, and my photographer, Hugo.
Yes, the only 3 that deserve it. No
Top
question.
3.
And not even Gus gets it anymore.
I'm sorry, Gus. I love him, but
Well, there is a new
mommy's
kitten,
working.
so yeah, the new kitten also needs to have a spotlight. I'm very excited for that account as well. Or actually,
I
both of
changed
them
the
together.
account. I changed the
You
account name.
changed?
It's Gugus and Mew. It's them. Now
No way.
you have pictures and
Okay.
videos of Mew now.
Oh, that's so. You know what? I did see Mew on one of your story posts. I think one of the other days, and maybe it was yesterday. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Seriously, you have these adorable cats, adorable smile, adorable lifestyle. What is the adorable next song that we are going to be looking to? That happy song that you were talking about.
Okay. So it's called Girls Wanna Play.
Ooh.
And I wrote that song in about like 2 minutes, literally.
2 minutes.
Really, I was like, I remember. So that was another story. I don't remember the whole story. I just remember one day I woke up when I was studying still. And I was like, oh my God, I feel so good today. So I wrote, I got some good news, feeling great in my shoe. And then I wrote a song out of it. And it's like an 80s vibe kind of song, very pop, very, very bubblegum pop, maybe.
Oh, that's my kind of stuff right there. I love 80s pop. 80s pop is where it's at.
It actually makes me think of a song of one of Lady Gaga's song, Hey, there's nothing else I can say. Don't know if you know
Hey,
it.
there's nothing else I can say.
Yeah, it's very bubblegum pop. It's like, hey, there's nothing else I can say. Hey, I wish you never looked at me that way. It's really cute.
Okay. I think I've heard the melody of that before, but I have never heard the lyrics before.
Oh,
Also,
wow.
beautiful, beautiful sound from your voice. So that was a treasure to behold. Once again, guys, her PayPal, my PayPal, in the links down below. Help her out. Make sure that she makes an album if you love that sound.
And yeah, so the song, we're working on it currently because we're trying to rebuild it a little, and then everything is going to be released eventually. It's a summer song, so it's going to be during the summer, I guess, and there's going to be a clip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And summertime is the best time to be feeling happy. So that's an exact perfect marketing scheme to make sure that you're going to get as many listens as possible.
Right.
And I mean, Insomnia, the remix was so much fun, but I'm super excited to be dancing again to your music. I could say this, I was shoveling today. Shoveling to your music is so nice. It's so nice. Like every single song, except for the new one that I had not heard at that time, I was like, oh yeah, I'm in the zone. Let's get this done.
Thank you. Oh wow.
Absolutely. So it's a good workout. Everybody, work out to her music. Check out her music. It's amazing. And there's one playlist that you have to click. It's on my own account. You can find it, all of her songs in one playlist. Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Listen to everything is nice. That Monster Bite, but don't say that.
Monster Bite is a nice song. I gotta say, that's a fun song too. Like there's a really cool like vibe to it. And that was the one I was shoveling a little bit harder. I was like, get the ice, get the ice.
I'm like, oh wow, it's like the Halloween song, you know. It's a concept. It's a concept.
It works though. And the thing is, with your concept, with everything that you've done with your what you said, mood board before, right? Not picture board. I said picture board, and I was like, I don't think that's right. That's a song by Linkin Park.
Mood board.
So mood board. You have this vision that you've always had, and you put your colors into it, you put your outfits into it, and you have this whole idea that when your new release comes out, you're ready to go with all of the fashion choices, with all of the vibes, all the colors are going to change on the account. I love when artists do this. They like do the little like corner of a picture, corner of a corner, and then they put the whole picture together in the full. Are you going to plan on doing anything like that with the Instagram in the future?
Why not? Why not? I did it already.
Not, right?
I did it for Insomnia, I think.
That's
when
right,
I released it. It's now archive, but yeah, I did it. So why not?
Awesome. Yes. Oh my gosh. And Insomnia, even though the video had high criticism from whoever it was that was in charge at that time, I'm so glad to see it still there. And I'm looking directly at it right now on my computer. It is available for everyone to go and click. Make sure that you get more views. 1,300 views so far in 1 year, 2 years technically now. Incredible.
Technically, yeah.
Incredible. Like I said, you're a new artist. You know how hard it is for anyone in America to like put out a new song and be like, hey, 1,000 people checked this out. If it didn't randomly come up on Spotify, like it's just insane. Yeah.
It is
especially
insane.
Playing it in public places, it's unheard of. Unheard of. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. And I really want to see you evolve into exactly what you're going to be. And that's going to be a strong, independent, amazing artist. It doesn't have to be a woman. It has to be the fact that you are just Becca.
Human.
You're absolutely you. And you are human. And you bring all of the realism that we need to have in pop music. Because, you know, we hear a lot of romanticized things. And it's nice to get those stories that are more raw and real.
Yeah, right. It's actually something that I feel uncomfortable with in the industry, you know, trying to romanticize everything, trying to make really easy things, make them grow, like make them so big. Like, oh, I'm drinking water right now. Oh, I'm drinking out of beautiful glass. I'm drinking in a Marie Antoinette glass. She drank from this glass like 3,000 years ago. You know, it's like, what? I'm just drinking water. Please, guys, just leave me.
That is the truth. And when you get up to the big fame, you're going to get a lot of people that are like, I know exactly where that dress is from. She got it from this person and this person and this person and this person and this person designed it. And you're going to be like, actually, it just looked cute. And I wanted to wear it, and I thought it was, it just represented what the song represented. And then they'll be like, "What? Are you crazy? You don't have a backstory on everything that you ever did?" That's
exactly.
Like,
exactly. It's just like, most of what I'm wearing is thrift shops. Okay, so I'm that kind of girl. Okay, I'm that cool. I'm wearing thrift shops, and you know what? I'm still gonna wear thrift shop when I'm gonna win a Grammy. You know what?
Yeah.
And that's
Well, that's the
fine.
actually, yeah, that's the best. I think that Billie Eilish is known for doing that. Is she's wearing? I mean, she definitely does wear Gucci here and there, but she wore those like sweats the first time that she won, and it
Right.
was like so awesome to see that. I was like, holy shit, is that street clothes on stage?
Yeah,
And everyone
right.
was like, oh my gosh, they're underdressed, and I'm like, no, they're being themselves. Have you
Yeah.
heard the artist Jax? Young
Yeah,
lady.
I
Yeah,
love
she's
her.
awesome. Her style she wears is like sweats, a big baggy t-shirt. I'm like, more of this, please. That's freaking cool. Because
It's
these
just
are
like
regular people. Yeah.
there was this Lady Gaga performance this year at the Oscar. Don't know if you saw
Mhm.
it.
I
And
did not.
no, okay, so it was the first time that we saw her perform without makeup, without costume, only her sitting, singing. And it was so insane. It was like really a musician doing
Yes.
music. That's it. That was it. And honestly, that's what music is all about as well. It's, a personality. Yes, there's fashion. Yes, there's style. Yes, there's makeup. There's autotune. There's a lot of things that are fake, but there's also raw talent and raw art. And Lady Gaga, being Stephanie, being human, that was that was something,
She
honestly.
represents it. Yes.
Yeah.
She is actually just astounding as an artist, and a lot of people, including the metal community, have given her like the pass when it comes to the pop music. It's like, oh, you listen to Lady Gaga? All right, that's fine. Ariana
Mhm.
Grande? Hell no, you're not metal anymore.
And it's
But
funny. She's actually doing. She was in a Led Zeppelin cover band, and she also was in. She sang with the Rolling Stones. She sang with who is it? Metallica, I think.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
Moth
my
and
gosh.
Flames. There's a live. She did a song called Moth and Flames. Yeah.
Like Must Flame. Oh my God, that's such a good
Yeah.
song too. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. And yeah, so I have to see his Oscar performance, and maybe I'll put clips of it or in here or something. But that sounds amazing. So she had no makeup, so it's basically the A Star Is Born kind of feel for her character, and she's not playing a character in this case; she's playing herself. And what song did she sing for the Oscars?
Hold My Hand. That was from the Top Gun movie.
Oh, yes, the original song that came from the soundtrack. Okay, okay. Cool. So that's what she decided to play. And because she is in the stardom level where she doesn't have to get dressed by everybody, she said, I'm going out there raw. And I love that. I respect
She
that.
she
Anyone that's
she
making art should do that.
Yeah, she came in with with her dress, to the Oscar ceremony. But when she performed, she was wearing a sweatpant and like no, a jogging and like a t-shirt, a gray shirt without makeup. She removed the whole makeup. She was just her. That was crazy. I was
Awesome.
like, that's beautiful. Everybody
Because
talked about it.
yeah, when it comes to appearance versus talent, I always say talent comes first. I always say like there are people in bands that are like so attractive, and I love that they're attractive, but that's not the reason I listen to the music. If
Right.
I was single, it would be a different story. But I'm not, and I love to hear the music, and I respect the music 10 times more. So anytime I'm like, oh, there's a music video, but the song is out. I'll listen to the
Yeah,
song.
I get
Music
that.
videos are specific to make sure that I get a feel for what I want to feel from an artist that I usually support, whether it's going to be my favorite artist or a new artist that I get to interview. I always look for a music video from them because there's things I can analyze and just see the growth over time. But when it comes to like these humongous like cover artists and they're repeating standing in one place kind of music videos, I'm like, I don't care. It's useless.
Yeah.
The song sounds the same. I'd rather listen to the song, and I think they do great. But yeah, I'm seeing more and more people change to the idea that appearance matters more. And as somebody who is attractive like yourself, what do you think of that perspective? Do you think that women should be more, I'm so hot, I'm so sexy, or do you think they should be focused on the art, like Lady Gaga, like Billie Eilish, like
Mm.
Jax, like
I
yourself?
I was talking about it with my friend yesterday. I was calling him, and he was like, he's a streamer, and he was like, oh, it's cool because I'm streaming and I'm also hot, and it's rare to be hot and a streamer. I was like, that's actually true because he's going to the gym, and he's trying to
Yeah.
take care of himself. And I was like, it's actually cool to have a model that of someone that wants to take care of himself, and I was like, okay, but for women in the music industry, which is something totally different, it's when you're streaming, you can be looking however you want to look like, but when
You're
you're
usually a little square.
yeah, usually you're a geek, it's such a cliche, but it's like, you're a geek, the cliche of a geek. And I was like in the industry, like in the music industry, especially for women, it's really difficult to not be attractive. Well, if you're not, you're just gonna be remembered like the ugly girl that sings well, because
That's true.
this is literally what you're being remembered for, And I told him that it's always an advantage to look good, but if you can try to be good at singing, because if you look good, actually, people will forgive you more. They will be like, oh, she was flat here, but you know what, it's fine, it's her. But if someone doesn't look good, just try to make the test. Someone who doesn't look good falls on stage. Oh my god, she fell on
Yeah.
stage, what the hell? It's so silly. But what was the question?
So the idea of appearance versus the art. So appearance meaning like any look that you get from a person, you're gonna see them as that character. Like Lady Gaga, she could put out all of these costumes. You'll see
Mm-hmm.
her as that character, but when
Right.
she's not wearing the costume, just by the fame that she's already grown with, and of course, no pun intended for the name fame, but she's up to that level where she can now be herself and people will still respect her. Do you think it should change where the industry norm is now, where we have women or anyone be able to represent themselves as who they are as opposed to what they look like?
Since Madonna, thanks to Madonna, things changed a lot for women in the industry. So now she's old and she's still able to do music, and she's still able to be sexy and to look young and to enjoy and to have fun. So I'm glad that these women opened the door for us to continue, and I'm glad we're still going there. So yeah, I think it's cool that we're starting now to be more into like look talent instead of what we look like, especially now since we have a lot of makeup and a lot of different things, we can easily fix things. But it's also cool to see people being really raw talent, as the ceremony, the Oscar ceremony, just seeing that was insane. So I think it's changing slowly. There's a story of Lady Gaga when she released her first single, which was Just Dance. She was unfamous.
Amazing song.
Yeah, and
Amazing song.
she released Just Dance, and nobody knew who she was, and nobody fucking cared. And she was trying to get interviews, and nobody wanted to interview her when she went to Mexico for the first time. And there was only this journal that accepted to interview her. And then she released, I think, Poker Face, and she went back to Mexico, and everybody wanted to interview her, and she refused everybody. She turned down everybody except the people that took her the first time. So
Yeah.
that was a revenge,
That's actually a wonderful way to vent through the people, or not vent, but like to prioritize who actually cares about you versus who's trying to make money off of you. And those people for the Poker Face comeback, also an amazing song. Both songs are absolutely amazing. Lady Gaga was awesome. I used to love pop music. Like, I loved it, especially in high school. I would be the first one on the dance floor for any wedding, and I would be the first one on the dance floor for homecoming and stuff like that. I didn't care. The music's on, I'm dancing. That's just how it goes. So I last one to leave too, always. And so whenever Just Dance would come on, I was in it. I was like, yes. Yes, I didn't care who the artist was. I was like, I don't care what their beliefs are. I don't care what this. I just love the music, and it makes me feel something, and I want to get funky. So, you get to that Poker Face. Oh my gosh, the music videos are so absolutely awesome. Like they're just so different from what was out at that time. Poker Face had like that weird makeup thing where she had like half of her face, which is obviously the poker face
Yeah.
identity. Yeah, it was awesome, and
Mm.
I had a crush on her at that time. I thought she was awesome, and I was like, this is someone who's going to blow up big. And I didn't know how talented she was prior to that, or how talented she would be in the future. But I was just like, this is going to be like, move Kesha out of the way. Lady Gaga's going to the top. And then
Oh,
she wore the
wow.
meat dress, and I was like, I don't know.
At least that's how she ruled the world, because of that dress, because
Because
everybody
of it.
had
Yeah, you
her
couldn't stop
name
talking
on.
about it.
Yeah. Oh,
It
no,
was
no.
viral.
It was literally.
Who wouldn't know about that?
No, everybody knows about Lady Gaga now. Like everybody,
Yep.
even though if you don't know, that cannot happen actually. Everybody knows a song of Lady Gaga as well.
So her first single was Just Dance, right?
Yeah, her official first.
And then she went to Mexico, you said, and that's where she was having issues finding an interview. Like just thinking about Lady Gaga having issues finding someone to talk to. Like
Right?
what
Mm.
on earth, people? How do you not know who's going to be big? Like, how do you only see dollar signs when you look at people? I can't do that. I don't
Yeah.
say I'm going to pick my guest based on the amount of money that I get, because I get zero. And I'm okay with it because I want their voices to be heard. I love them because I love their music. I love their passion for everything that they create. And Becca is absolutely a perfect representation of that. But yeah, so Lady Gaga then puts out her second single, and you put out your second single, which was Monster Bite, which was a complete different thing. And just like Poker Face was pretty poppy, but it's definitely different from Just Dance. And then everybody wants to talk to you. Then you're wearing, like you said, you had your lingerie that you specifically chose for that. It was a little burlesque. And then she had her, it was a little bit more revealing top that she was wearing as opposed to the Just
Yeah.
Dance video. So it was like just that inspiration goes away, because it's like, oh, this is going to be a product that I can make famous. That's a product. And it's like, that's not a person anymore. You're just absolutely objectifying everyone. And I hate it. I hate it so much. If
I
I
mean,
was in charge, those people are fired out. I'll be like, who do you see? Who do you think is going to make it? And they'll be like, oh, that one. They're totally big and they're already getting famous and everyone knows their name. And I'll be like, wrong. They won't matter in 10 years. That person's going to make it because they have no one that's talking about them and they care more about it than anyone. So, like, that's
that's
what
true.
matters.
That's true.
Mhm.
That's true. It's literally about like art. Art.
It is.
There was a lot of artists. Who was it? It was Da Vinci. Da Vinci that was like never famous when he was alive.
Oh, Da Vinci?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I
Da
think so.
Vinci, or was he the one that did the ear cut off thing? Or was that someone else?
I think it was him. It
I think
was
so, yeah.
him that played the Mona Lisa. So
Yes, Da Vinci, yeah.
yeah, and yeah, I think he was not famous when he was alive. It was actually the paint became famous when it was stolen from a museum in Paris in like in the 90s or something.
That's so sad.
It's
That's
sad,
so
right?
sad.
So like you're being an estimate artist for years.
Yeah.
Well, for decades and centuries. Nobody knows you, and then one day everybody knows your name, and you're like dead.
That's just the worst situation where you've put all that effort in and then you're not even noticed until after you've already passed on.
Yeah,
That's not fair. That's not fair.
it's life.
That's why I'm giving you a
Unfortunately.
shot. That's why more people should give you a shot, Becca, because you're
Thank
going to make
you.
it. You're not going to be Da Vinci. You're not going to be stuck in a little box. And then eventually they'll be like, oh, look at what we found. At the bottom of all the other crap that we created, we finally found an artist. And I'll be like, nah, I knew her first. And yeah, she's going to be big because she is a person with passion. And that's what we have to always represent in the world
Passion.
of art. Yes, and fashion. Passion and fashion when it comes to Becca. But hey, you know what? This was a fantastic conversation, just like the first time. And I really, really hope that everyone sees the true passion that you have and just
Thank
the
you.
light in your eyes when you're talking about this stuff, because it matters to me that your story is there, your voice is heard, your vision is shown to
Yeah.
everybody that's watching right now. I hope that you paid attention and took notes, especially if you're in the single area of the dating market. Please make sure that you're not going to end up with somebody who doesn't respect you or what you are looking for in your future. Make sure your aspirations are out on the table. Be honest with one another. Honesty is policy. It's a very cliche thing, but it's the truth.
It's
if you're
true.
not honest, the odds of you growing together is very challenging, and compromise also
And
important.
please don't forget to put wigs on your baby's head.
Patreon exclusive. If you guys want to go check it out, link in the description. And wigs on the baby's head. That's too funny. Too funny. Oh my gosh. I'm super excited to see the cat stuff too. I got to see everything from you now. I'm going to be checking out that account right after this. That's the truth.
That's perfect.
Becca, if you have anything left to say to your incredible fans or to new fans of you, what would you like them to know?
Hi, thanks.
Perfect.
Go check out my music. It's good. Yay. That's literally how.
She believes in feminism, guys. She absolutely is one of the best representations of it because she's a woman who's absolutely killing it. She does everything by herself. She doesn't need no man to tell her what to do. She creates art the way the art should be created. She doesn't sit in the product area. She sits in the person area. And that's why you should personally make sure that her life is better. Once again, check out the PayPal below. Give her some money. Help her out. Get her that album that she wants to have. Everyone has a vision. Everyone has a dream. Why not make someone's dream come true by spending $1? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be good music for everybody, you know. It's
Yes.
I'm gonna do it for myself, but for you guys as well. It's always
Great
cool.
stories and feel good feelings. Like that's what music should be about, right?
Right. I agree.
All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. Thank you, Becca, for joining me for another amazing interview. I hope all of you guys have a wonderful night and stay safe out there. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the Media Man Dan podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have an awesome day and stay safe out there. Peace.